All right, hello everybody. This is the first video with regard to installing the brake pedal assembly in the Superlite Coupe. The last video I sort of left off hinting that I was going to put power brakes into the car. Now the car is designed for manual brakes, and to my knowledge I think I'm the first home builder to attempt to engineer a power brake system. I know there are a couple other individuals right now that are working on a power brake solution. I think our approaches are different, so it'll be interesting to see what other folks come up with. But anyway, what I'd like to do in this video is really just focus on what comes in the kit. And then the next video, I'll explain, what my approach is to installing power brakes and talk about some of the challenges. But this is the pedal unit that comes with the car. So it's a Tilton 600 series racing pedal kit, and it's a really nice unit. I mean, a very high quality component that RCR included in the kit. And there are a number of adjustments here. So for example, you can change what's called the pedal ratio, which is the aggressiveness of the throttle and the brake and the clutch, by raising and lowering these brake pedal pads. And they're sort of aligned so that you have a setting high and low, and then if you flip it over, the offset is a little different than you have two other high and low pedals. But the ratio starts somewhere around 5.2 and goes all the way up to like 5.7, the ratio, which is the movement of the pedal to the movement of the master cylinder. But anyway, that's sort of brake speak, and that's not what this video is all about. Let's see, what else could I tell you about this kit? It also comes with a balance bar. So this is going to connect to the master cylinders, and I'll show you those in a minute. And basically you could adjust this, and it comes with this bar, and as you spin the bar, it changes the front and rear brake bias. And you could actually put a knob with a little bit of a cable in the cockpit and adjust it from the cockpit. So that's sort of a cool little feature. This here is a custom part supplied by RCR. If you're using a General Motors engine, the drive-by-wire throttle assembly will bolt to the side of this, and then you connect it to the accelerator pedal. And that's how you connect the Tilton pedals to the GM throttle assembly. And this particular part I wanted to talk a little bit about. So this is a custom part I purchased from RCR, so it's an option on the kit. And this is an adjustable pedal plate. Now, you would probably want to buy this for a couple reasons. One, if you wanted to fit different size drivers in the car, and also if you're a single driver but you want to have some amount of adjustability, you have to drill holes in the floor pan to install the brake or the pedal assembly in the right place. And if you go with one of these units, you really have to get the left to right correct, but then you have the ability to shift the whole pedal assembly back and forth. So you have quite a bit of room here. So it literally travels over probably about 5 inches, I guess, which is pretty good. So I'm going to mount it somewhere in the middle, and then if somebody has shorter legs, they can get in the car and drive it. Longer legs, the same thing. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Basically you use this to find your mount, and then you have some wing nuts here in the front, and that locks it in really solid. Let's see. The other thing that I'd like to mention before I show you the master cylinders, this piece of plywood I'm using as a template for the floor of the Superlite Coupe. So essentially what I've done is I figured out roughly where I want the pedals, given where the steering wheel is and the seats are, and then I'm using this as a template just to move the pedals around and then eventually secure it so I know exactly where these pedals will be. And ultimately, when it comes time to drill the holes in the car, I'll use this piece of plywood as the template. So I drill the holes once, I drill them in the right place, and you know, I feel like I did a good job. Okay, the last thing I'll cover on this video are the master cylinders, so let me grab one of these. This is included in the kit. So there's actually 3 of these master cylinders. These are Wilwood master cylinders. These are super nice. And basically, you know, this is the way they go. They get bolted on the back of the pedal assembly, and then they get, you know, attached or screwed into the individual pedals. So there's one for the clutch, one for the front brakes, one for the rear brakes. And you know, you can literally keep this inside the you can keep the master cylinder reservoir mounted like this inside the foot box, and that's fine. What most people do is they use this optional part that comes with the kit, which is, this is an attachment, and to make this a remote mounted reservoir. So this gets mounted in front of the front firewall, and it mounts inside the radiator compartment, and then you run a hose down to the pedal. So you can basically connect a float valve to let you know you're low on fluid, and you keep all the fluid outside of the foot box, which is nice. Okay, so it's a really nice setup. That's sort of a wrap. The next video, I'll start talking about how do we take, you know, this racing pedal kit that's designed for these manual master cylinders, and then adapt it to work with power brakes. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.